The Charlotte Bobcats are back, everybody. And we pick right up after we finished our inaugural season as a franchise at 33-49. In a perfect world, we'd get through the offseason in this episode, but let's be real, with the way I do things, these playoffs are going to take a lot of time, and I want to watch all the close games and follow the storylines. We, of course, did not make the playoffs, but to be honest, we didn't miss it by that much. The Eastern Conference had a lot of middling teams, especially near the bottom of the playoff standings. The 8th seed was the Toronto Raptors at 37-45, and we were just 4 games behind them at 33-49. The playoff race came down to the last few games for us. We just literally could not buy a win, especially when I was jumping in and playing with the team. I was just stinking it up. If you watched that 2-hour marathon episode where I was trying out live commentary for the first time and just losing every single game, bless your heart. I'm sorry you had to witness that. Hopefully the videos will be a little bit smoother from here on out as I get used to this style. But yeah, we are the 12 seed in our inaugural season. At least we were better than the Magic, the Bulls, the Bucks, and also the LA Lakers and the Trailblazers in the West. Those are the bottom 2 seeds. I bet Kobe doesn't like being 31-51. He did not have any help this year. Geriatric Vlade Divac at 37 years old was their starting center. The Rockets, of course, were the last seed. They did not get T-Mac in this reality, so it was just kind of Yao Ming, Steve Francis, and nobody else. But here is the playoff bracket. The Suns, the defending champions, are the top seed in the West. They'll be playing the Sacramento Kings, who just traded away Chris Webber to the Sixers, who are the 2 seed in the East. Number 1 in the East is the Detroit Pistons. And the Pacers, who made the finals last year and were swept, are the 6th seed. They'll be playing Gilbert Arenas' Washington Wizards. So let's get right into this playoff simulation here. Hopefully I don't spend too much time in this section of the video, but I want to be able to jump in on the most interesting and important games, especially when they're close late. But the first few games of Game 1, I think I'm just going to simulate quickly instead of doing simcast. Washington wins Game 1, and they are led by Jerry Stackhouse's 40 points. The Pacers, of course, no longer have Reggie Miller. They do have Jermaine O'Neal, Steven Jackson, and, they suffered in the standings due to, of course, the malice in the palace and having a bunch of players suspended. But everyone is back for them except for Ron Artest. Let's just simulate the entire Game 1 schedule here. Suns win Game 1. The Spurs lose to the Clippers. Seattle loses to Utah. AI versus LeBron is definitely an interesting series. It was 115-109 in Game 1. Chris Webber stars in the Sixers win. 44 points, 12 rebounds. LeBron James, 31-point triple-double. It wasn't enough. And that was with a 20-point double-double from Jason Williams, who they got in the trade deadline frenzy. Very curious how the Pistons look now that I've moved Rasheed Wallace back to his correct position. I had him at shooting guard for a long time just because of a stupid thing I was trying to do, manipulating the all-star team. He is now a power forward, and he had a very good game in Game 1. And the Pistons win a defensive grinder, 98-92. But how did this happen? Clippers were a very surprising team in last year's playoffs, and they look poised to maybe even do it again. Elton Brand didn't even play well. He had 4 field goals made. He fouled out after 27 minutes, and yet all the Spurs could muster was 100 points on 33 of 80 shooting. I guess they just couldn't stop Corey Maggette. Utah is a very interesting team. They've got a lot of fun players. Andrei Kirilenko goes for 32 points and 6 blocks in Game 1. Ray Allen, only 19 points. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, the Mavericks also got upset. Oh man, Could this be a repeat of year one of the franchise where they were the 1 seed and then got swept by the Chris Webber Kings? We'll see. But the Warriors are certainly a dangerous underdog here. They win by 19. I mean, to be completely honest, this team is just Jason Richardson and no other real interesting players. But I guess that's enough to beat the Mavs. They're just not built for the playoffs. Pacers do tie the series at 1 apiece. Uh-oh, Spurs go down 2-0 here. Duncan and Parker did their jobs. Oh, they also have rookie Luis Scola now. He played well, but yet again, it's Corey Maggette starring and beating the Spurs by 15. In other news, the Pistons are having a pretty easy time with Chris Bosh and the Raptors. Jason Kidd, T-Mac, and the Nets are flexing their muscles on the Miami Heat. Big win in Game 2. And a crazy triple-double stat line for Jason Kidd. And the Spurs are in danger of being swept. Is this your MVP? Is this your 4-time consecutive MVP, Tim Duncan? Only 19 points, 5 blocks, 8 of 18, fouling out. Chris Kaman is beating the Spurs. Elton Brand, 22 and 11. He fouled out as well. Everybody's fouling out in these playoffs, man. The Mavericks do bounce back with 2 straight wins over the Warriors. Nets also up 3-0 on Miami. And maybe the closest series is Washington, Indiana, 2-2. The Wizards just tied it up in Game 4 behind 49 points and 11 assists with 4 steals from Gilbert Arenas. Let's see if New Jersey can pull off the sweep against Miami. Heading into the 4th quarter, the Heat pull off a great third and blow out the Nets to stay alive, 122-97. 37 from Dwayne Wade in the game where he needed to play well. He does. Jason Kidd is going to have a lot of records by the time he retires. Jazz versus the Sonics. Sonics have a lead here. It's a 1-point game with 1 minute remaining. What do you say let's jump in? I haven't seen either of these teams play. Sasha Pavlovich takes it down. Andrei Kirilenko. Matt Harpring nails a 3 and falls down in the process. That takes the lead for Utah. The 3 no good for Seattle. They've got a whole bunch of players I don't know, actually. Nick Collison commits the foul on Matt Harpring. 17 points for Harpring. And he's got both of them. 2-possession game for Utah. I think I'm going to end up keeping the Sonics as the Sonics in this series just because that green and yellow color scheme looks so nice. I miss the Sonics in the real NBA. Looks like this is not going to be their year, though, as Flip Murray might make me eat my words here. Okafor inbounds to Harpring, and they go to their best free throw shooter once more. And misses the second. It's a 1-possession game. This has got to go to Rashard Lewis. He hits it and ties it. I almost said it should go to Ray Allen, but Rashard Lewis can shoot that thing too. The Seattle Supersonics have just sent the crowd into a frenzy. But now, could this be a Harpring game winner? He's guarded by Ray Allen, crossing over, going left, pulling up. Missed it. The heave. Off rim, and we're going to overtime. Game is tied with 1 minute and 30 to go. 41 seconds. We're going to jump in one more time. Reggie Evans inbounds for the Supersonics. Trying to get Ray Allen open. They give it to him, taking his time. Harpring defending. Screen going middle. Behind the back, spin move. And he missed the layup. Harpring stayed in front. Now speeding down. Shot clock is not off. He'll get a screen from Okafor. He's got a driving lane. Now dumps it off. Okafor fumbles it. Passes it out. Kirilenko No good! Timeout, Seattle. All right, now could we see more Ray Allen or Rasheed Wallace? Excuse me, Rashard Lewis heroics. Allen's going to go for a two-pointer. He's got it! 0.4 seconds remaining. And I don't know if that's enough time for Utah to answer. What a shot from Ray Allen. Sometimes I wonder if I should just do an entire series watching CPU. Harpring almost had it. Not sure if he got that off in time. But the Supersonics force a game 6. What a finish there from Seattle. And actually, I was wrong. I thought it was 3-1 Utah, but now it's 2-2. So, don't always trust everything I say. But these Spurs are on upset watch. I think they lost to the Clippers last year. Could they do it again? Third quarter, Tony Parker taking it upon himself to extend the series. Duncan, 10, 6, and 5. He's got to be more aggressive as a scorer. Oh, the Clippers make a surge. They have taken the lead with 11 minutes to go. Let's slow down a little bit. Under 6 minutes to go. Spurs clinging on to the lead. It's tied. They take it back. Uh-oh, Clippers. They trade buckets. 39 seconds to go. Every time I hit Simcast, there's always a chance for it to be a game like this. Spurs down 3-0. Can they pull off the unthinkable? If anybody can do it, it's this team. Such a well-built, talented squad with great defense. They are built for the playoffs, but I guess not in 2K. Elton Brand, and one! Elton Brand is a 2K cheat code. Right over Tim Duncan. We might be looking at an underrated rivalry of power forwards as he ties the game up. Tony Parker can run it down to about 3 seconds. He's guarded by Rafer Alston. Skip to my Lou. Parker giving in a little bit of his own medicine. Getting to the rim, drawing a foul. Parker hits the first. He's a good free throw shooter, maybe not a great one. And he missed the second. If the Clippers advance past the Spurs for a second straight year on a game winner, I might lose my mind. I think it was a 7-game series last year. Chris Kaman inbounds. Rafer Alston. 5 to go. They go to the well. Elton Brand puts it up and off. The Spurs force game 5. With the season on the line, Tony Parker goes for 25 points and 8 assists. Tim Duncan only 11. I don't know what it is about big men and how they simulate in this game. It's just kind of nothing you can do about it. I don't really understand. Maybe I need to mess with tendencies, but nothing I've tried has worked. Cleveland ties the series at 2 apiece versus the Sixers. Let's see if the Pistons can get it done in Game 4 versus the Raptors. Looks like they're headed that way. Blowout win for Detroit, sending Chris Bosh home. Chauncey Billups is the star with 35. And the Pistons are the first team to advance to round 2. I think the next game here on the schedule is Dallas Golden State. Jason Richardson playing through an injury. Maybe the Mavericks getting bailed out, but oh boy. 92-72 Warriors. Let's see how Richardson is doing. Looks like that injury is not causing him many problems. Meanwhile, Dirk Nowitzki, 3 3-pointers. Steve Nash, not as good of a game. Looks like the Warriors are going to tie the series. And then if the Suns are anything like they were last year, then this should be a breeze. They are going to pull off the sweep over Sacramento. Tied at 2 apiece. This is Game 5 of Wizards-Pacers. And the Wizards are in the driver's seat, or are they? Now the lead changing hands quite a bit. Fourth quarter. Pacers now take the lead They are having a strong defensive fourth quarter. 45 to go. All right, let's simulate just a little more. It's a 2-possession game, and the Wizards pull away to take a 3-2 lead. 38 from Arenas. Vladimir Radmanovic. He's been a very good addition for the Wizards after some good years with Seattle. He's shooting 52.6% from 3 in the playoffs. Maybe there are some big men that can actually simulate well. And I'm not going to bother simcasting this. Nets advanced past the Heat. All right, Jazz Sonics tied, and the Jazz win Game 5. They win it handily by 21 points. And the Supersonics offense was just asleep. Ray Allen had 13. Nobody had more than that. All right, I've seen a couple 3-0 comebacks happen in this game. Spurs are going to need that in order to not be embarrassed for a second straight year by the Clippers. It's now or never. They need a run. Instead, the Clippers are the one making a run. It is double digits. And not much has changed, although it's single digits again. 7-point game with 1:11 to go. I don't think the Spurs are pulling this off. The Clippers beat the Spurs, and they are the Spurs' kryptonite. 115-103. It will be a Suns-Clippers second-round series. You know, the narrative around James Harden and his playoff choking might have to be applied to Tim Duncan here. I mean, 16 points, you gotta demand the ball a little bit more, man. Meanwhile, Elton Brand just was a man on a mission. 28 points in the closeout win. All right, the Sixers-Cavs series is tied. Who will break the tie? Game 5 in Philadelphia. Big second quarter run for the Sixers. They're doing it again in the third. And that's all she wrote. 130-92 behind 28 from Weber, 26 from Iverson. And no one was able to help out LeBron. And I think it's time for Dallas Golden State Game 5 now. Lots of lead changes in this game. Now the Warriors go on a little third quarter run. Mavericks in trouble. Under 3 minutes to go. They are not able to come back. The beaten and bruised Warriors with a statement win. Richardson with 29. Is he still playing through an injury? No, he's not. I guess it was just a quick one. They've also got Shane Battier. He had 17 on 3 threes. But I think it's really the defense that is the problem for the Mavericks. That's why they're just not succeeding in the playoffs. Their offense is just not enough. All right, Wizards up 3-2 on the Pacers. They now have to go on the road. And what a second quarter for them, 32-12. I think this series might be a wrap. 111-72. The Pacers are embarrassed on their home floor as Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero, is becoming a household name in the NBA. Imagine what this Pacers season would have looked like if Ron Artest never punched that fan. This might be a whole different series if the Pacers had their enforcer. Game 6 with the Jazz up by a game, and looks like this might be headed to 7. Sonics headed for a blowout victory. Ray Allen is the star. 4 3-pointers. He took the majority of the shots. He was a true number 1 scorer in this game as Al Jefferson, the rookie, also putting up numbers. Honestly, I would have expected that the Sonics would win this series, given that the Jazz maybe just don't have quite enough offensive firepower. So we have at least one 7-game series. We'll see if this LeBron versus AI showdown goes to 7. The Cavs need to win. They are winning by 9 in the third, 5 minutes to go. Now in the fourth, Sixers took the lead briefly, but the Cavs reclaim it. LeBron James 1 assist away from a triple-double with a minute remaining. Allen Iverson not having his best game, and he's fouled out. And with no Iverson, the Sixers are not able to come back. 104-92 the final. Cavaliers win it. LeBron does get his triple-double. So this is going to be a really interesting pair of Game 7s. And we might see a third. We'll see if Dallas is able to get the win against Golden State in Game 6. High-scoring first half. 66-57, Mavs on top. Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki are on tonight. 9 free throws for Steve and Dirk with 4. Getting closer, the Warriors with a strong third quarter. They have it within a couple scores, and the Warriors momentarily take the lead. It's a tie game now. Fast forwarding to 3 minutes remaining. 109-107. Who hit that 3 just now? Shane Battier, assisted by Jay Rich. Here we go. Dallas with their season on the line. And the Warriors trying to advance. Nash lowers his shoulder and scores. And the Mavericks lead by 4. Richardson, wild pull-up 3. Rebound Nowitzki. He had an open look, but maybe should have taken more time to spot up. As Haywood is going to make it a 6-point lead. Nice feed from Dirk Nowitzki. Jay Rich scores this time around. And the Warriors have to intentionally foul now. They'll send Carlos Arroyo to the line. He's got both of them. All right. If Richardson doesn't score here, probably just going to simulate the rest of this game out. Oh my, what a block. Josh Howard just pinballed that shot out of there. This game is decided. We are headed to a Game 7. Jason Richardson's 39 points, not enough. Dirk Nowitzki finally has his signature game of this postseason. Steve Nash also really good. They combined 22 for 22 from the line. So we have 3 Game 7s. And I think the first one will be this Utah-Seattle one. Sonics get out to a good start. Now headed to the fourth quarter of Game 7. Still a one-possession game. All right, Sonics with a bit of a run here. 4 minutes to go in Game 7. This is still anyone's series. But Sonics make it a 5-point game with 2 free throws from Luke Ridnour, the Oregon product. Another bucket for Seattle. It comes from Al Jefferson. All right, Game 7. Jazz are at home. Andrei Kirilenko. Wild shot, well contested. And Daniels in the corner. Be careful. Almost stepped out. Ridnour. Almost hit the dagger. Matt Harpring, isolated, left side, drives right into Daniels, draws the foul. And with a pair of free throws, this could be a one-possession game again. He missed the first one. That's a tough miss for Matt Harpring. He hits that one. Who is in the game right now? Rashard Lewis must be fouled out, and the Jazz have to foul. They have a foul to give. They'd be wise to give it to Ray Allen. They do. They don't foul. Ray Allen with the slam. 6-point game. The Jazz need a miracle now. Matt Harpring. Oh, circus shot. Atoning for that free throw miss. But they probably need a missed free throw, and they get it. Flip Murray. He misses both. AK-47 will hit Harpring. That was almost a backcourt violation. Harpring inside with the left and in. 2-point game. Allen is fouled. Allen with 35 points. One of the best shooters. Doesn't even hit the rim. Nothing but net. 20.8 to go. It's still an uphill battle for Utah. Harpring will get the inbound pass. And we'll find Okafor down low. They go for the 2. And they'll keep on hoping for misses at the line, but they have to foul Ray Allen. Yeah, good luck trying to get him to miss free throws. I think he might be 4 for 4 on swished free throws. Down the stretch here. Okafor, Kirilenko, three-pointer, missed it. It rattled out, and that should be the series. Seattle is headed for a second-round berth, and their opponent has yet to be determined because the Warriors and Mavericks are also locked in a Game 7. Final heave for Kirilenko. This time he gets it, but too little, too late. 121-118, Seattle moves on. What a performance for Ray Allen, 39 points in 37 minutes. 6 second-round teams have been determined. 2 we're still waiting on. Cavs, Sixers, LeBron versus Iverson. Game number 7. Halfway through the third quarter, the Sixers have the advantage. It remains that way heading into the fourth, but LeBron James is threatening. He's got 23. Iverson with 21. I wish I could just jump in and watch this entire fourth quarter, but that would take way too long here. I'll consider watching the last 2 minutes instead of the last 1 minute, but the Cavs are falling apart here in the fourth quarter. Now down by double digits. Looks like it's the Sixers who move on, and LeBron James again exits in the first round. He got swept by Dwayne Wade in the Heat last year, put up a much better fight this year with a slightly better team around him, but it's not enough to beat Chris Webber, Allen Iverson, and Philadelphia. Those two players combined for 57 points, 20 rebounds, 11 assists. They've also got 85 overall Jamal Mashburn, and Samuel Dalembert is a pretty good player. Earlier in the series, he had his tendencies all the way messed up. He was taking like 5 3-pointers a game and making 5% of them. But ever since I fixed that, he's been a very quality starting center. All right, one first-round team remains to be determined. Warriors, Mavericks. This could be headed down to the wire. Mavericks clinging to a short lead. Antoine Jamison playing through an injury. Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki combining for 37. Richardson and Battier continue to be the stars for this scrappy Warrior team. Jamison is playing against his old team as well. Warriors take the lead. Comes from a speedy Claxton layup. Lots of lead changes. 4 minutes. We are knotted at 97. All right, Mavericks take a 4-point lead on a Marquise Daniels shot. Steve Nash with the rock. He's got the entire right side of the court to himself. Gives inside. Eric Dampier backs it out. A little indecisive here. What are you doing, Eric? Gives it to Nowitzki. One-legged fadeaway 3. Are you kidding me? Dirk Nowitzki. His signature shot puts the Mavericks up 7. But Jason Richardson has a signature move of his own, and it's pulling off acrobatic moves like that. 106-101. Steve Nash will have to be intentionally fouled. That is their foul to give. They are not fouling right now. Eric Dampier hits a long floater. What a shot from Dampier. The Warriors are on the ropes. To the left, it's Shane Battier, handoff. Back to Battier, nothing doing. Troy Murphy, he's a good shooter. But I think that is the Warriors' last hope running out. They're not even going to bother fouling. 7-point game, that will be the final score. Steve Nash dribbles it out. And the Mavericks came close to disappointment again, but they atone for last year's upset with a first-round victory. And it's all thanks to Dirk Nowitzki, 29-12. Very entertaining first round. Hopefully the rest of the playoffs lives up to that. Alright guys, so I decided to edit down the footage that I've recorded already, just to see how long it would be, and it's 30 minutes. I'm sure you viewers are well aware of that. Well, if I keep going down that path, this video is going to be another really long one, so I forced myself to simulate the first 3 games of each series off stream, and here are the results so far. 3-0. Dallas is up, so they're having much less trouble with Seattle than they did with Golden State. All the other series are 2-1. Dallas trying to pull off the sweep in Game 4. They take the lead in quarter number 2, but an abysmal third quarter sees the Sonics retake the lead and never relinquish it. Wizards take a 3-1 lead over Philly. Wow. 1-point game. Gilbert Arenas does it again, out-dueling Allen Iverson. Man, this would have been a fun game to watch the end of. And the Clippers tie the series 2-2 versus the defending champs. It was Chris Wilcox starring in this Game 4. And the Pistons tie the series at 2 apiece versus the Nets with a 10-point win here. Another crack at sealing a Western Conference Finals berth for the Dallas Mavericks. This is a close game down the stretch, and we're going to see how this series pans out. We saw Ray Allen have his heroic moment in the first round series. Now he's driving, putting it up with the left, and it rolls off. Josh Howard trying to extend. Puts it up off the glass and in. Dallas trying to sink the dagger. And the Sonics on their last breath. Allen converts. Steve Nash, open 3. Too strong. Nick Collison rebounds. Allen, Daniels puts it up. Heavily contested. It's off. 15 seconds to go. They will send Vashawn Leonard to the free throw line. Hits the first as Rashard Lewis subs in. I don't know why he was not in the game initially. Leonard gets both. All right, Seattle needs a bucket and a foul and a missed free throw. Here's step 1. Ray Allen, step back J. Got it. I bet he wishes that was behind the three-point line. Jason Terry hits both free throws. 110, 106. Rashard Lewis, he's open. He hits the 3. I see why he wasn't in the game earlier. He's playing through an injury. Can the Sonics pull this thing off? Lewis back out there. They need to foul. I like this camera angle here. I've never seen that. I think 2K saves that for late game situations. Terry fouled again. He can't make it a 2-possession game this time. But he makes it 3 points. No timeouts remaining for Seattle. Flip Murray takes it down. Can he get it to Ray? No, he's going to pull up himself. No good. Mavericks advance to the Western Conference Finals in 5 games. Man, if Ray Allen continues to develop and they get another star on this Sonics team, they could be dangerous in a year or 2. Another player I didn't know, Antonio Daniels for 25 points. But Steve Nash does show up here with 18 and 8. Dirk Nowitzki 27 and 7. And that gets the job done. What a rebound story it's been for the Dallas Mavericks. We'll see if they have to face the defending champs in the Western Conference Finals, or will it be the underdog Clippers? The cardiac Clippers, if you will. Wizards up 3-1 on Philadelphia. This is a huge one. And right now, 76ers clawing back, outscoring the Wizards by 8 in the third. Wizards with a strong start to the fourth. Tie game. And Sixers with the lead with half a quarter to go. Iverson with 22. Weber is pulling down board after board. 7 offensive rebounds. I think this is going to have to be another game we watch the end of. 1:13 to go. Neither team has scored in the last minute. Here we go. Our first look at the Chris Webber 76ers. And it comes with their backs against the wall. It's Sebastian Telfair running the point guard, guarded by Arenas. Kyle Korver coming off a down screen, missed it. They got the look they needed, but D'Alembert gets the loose ball and puts it in. Sixers lead. Gilbert Arenas gets around his man, puts it in off the glass. AI. Screen. 3. No. And Washington working with a lead. And it does not grow. Iverson feels the miss. Under 30 to go. Telfair spinning. Full speed. Up. And foul. And huge free throws coming for Telfair, who only has 4 points. He's averaging 10 in these playoffs, shooting 72% from the free throw line. In his rookie season, drafted 19th overall. What a spot for this young kid. Tie game. As Jerry Stackhouse comes in. The second free throw. Rattles in. And the 19-year-old has put his team up by 1. Agent Zero. Attacking. Into the face of D'Alembert and 1. Gilbert Arenas with a postseason for the ages. And that could be the shot that sends the Wizards to the Eastern Conference Finals. 30 points on the day. Make that 31. If there was ever an Allen Iverson moment, it's right now. The ball needs to go his way. It's Samuel D'Alembert inbounding to his star guard. He'll drive right away. And he's blocked out of bounds. Larry Hughes. Let's see that again. What a defensive play. And Iverson, I bet he regrets that decision, but he gets a second chance here. 15 to go. D'Alembert to the corner. Weber to Iverson. From the wing, gets it to Weber. Thought about pulling up. It's Jamal Mashburn in the corner. He puts up the 3, and it's good! Jamal Mashburn, 3.5 seconds to go. Arenas, no timeouts, half court. No! Sixers, stay alive. I mean, this postseason is giving me no choice but to slow down and watch all these close games. I don't know how you expect me to go quickly when things like this are happening. Jamal Mashburn, 2 of 2 from three-point range. What a shot at the end. He just stared down Jerry Stackhouse and hit it in his grill. Cold-blooded. So this series will be going to Game 6, and we have a Game 5 and a tied series between Phoenix and the Clippers. 1-point game in the fourth. 2K just has a way of creating so many close games, especially in the playoffs. Suns lead. Clippers take a 2-point lead, 1:15 remaining, with a Chris Kaman dunk and a missed dunk on the other end. So it's Clippers ball after the missed dunk from Mark Blunt. He stays out there at center. Corey Maggette running the shot clock down. He'll run the pick and roll. He'll take it inside and give the Clippers a 4-point lead. The champs are in trouble. Stephon Marbury. Now going right. He'll drive. Take it himself, and he is rejected. Marko Jaric. But it is Suns ball out of bounds. Blunt Now Marbury. He'll take a contested three. Desperation shot does not go. Maggette, Quentin Richardson. Back to Maggette, he's trapped. And a wild pass finds Wilcox. He is double teamed. It's a fire defense. Kamen finds Yarich inside. Can he get the shot off? He does, it's blocked. Marion rebounds. Timeout Phoenix. This is a great defensive possession from the Suns. Being able to meet Yarich at the rim right away, crowd him. He puts it up, and it's Stoudemire coming away with the block. Who'll take the shot? It's Sean Marion, a three. Hits it! Big shot after big shot in this postseason. Absolute cinema. Joe Johnson fouls Quentin Richardson to make it a 3-point game. Here's the second. Good. 10 seconds to go. Mike D'Antoni out of timeouts. Marbury's got to have it. Stoudemire to Marbury. Deep three. That's the shot that they got. That is not championship basketball right there. You got to have a plan. Chris Kaman will look to put the nail in the coffin. He misses that. Suns will still need a full court heave even if Kaman misses both. I've seen it all in 2K though. Can't rule anything out. But Kaman sinks it, and the Clippers win Game 5 in Phoenix. The Cardiac Clippers have done it again, and they are one win away from a conference finals appearance. I mean, these games are just so incredible. It's got to regress to the mean at some point, right? It is a 17-point lead for New Jersey over the Pistons, and they open it up. But what a quarter from the Pistons, making it a 10-point game. They still need a huge run down the stretch. I don't think they're going to get it. Oh, it's a 6-point game now. And it's a 4-point game, thanks to a Carlos Delfino shot. Ben Wallace with 5 assists. And scoring on the other end is Baker. Vin Baker. 2 free throws make it 4. And an offensive foul gives the ball back to the Pistons. 4-point game at the Palace in Auburn Hills, and it's a timeout. Oh, what happened here? They get Ty Lue for a foul. Oh, the worst time to do that if you're Lue. Just lowering the shoulder into Wallace. He was feeling it afterwards. And 2 free points if Rasheed Wallace wants them. Barely makes the first. As Tracy McGrady subs in. Ty Lue goes to the bench. Can't imagine the Nets are happy with him right now. Wallace puts up the second. It's good. 2-point game. The Nets on the verge of a collapse. But can T-Mac save them? Hamilton trying to stay in front. They stifle him. McGrady spins the other way. Guarded inside, puts it up, and missed the layup. Hamilton! Incredible defense. Phillips can't tie it. Now it's Jason Kidd with 30 to go. 10-second difference between shot and game clock. And it's Richard Jefferson inside for the poster. And it's the last gasp for Detroit. Who's open? It's Prince to Wallace to Billups. And Prince will try a 3. He's got it! The Pistons are alive and well. They'll have to foul, and they foul Kidd once more. Kidd blowing a kiss at the rim as he always does. It's the first. Look at him, he's locked in. The triple-double king hits both free throws, 3-point game. And now Rip Hamilton to Chauncey Billups. Game on the line. Wallace, 3, rattles out. Wallace had a good look, but it looks like the Nets are going to walk away with Game 5. We're seeing the road team win more often than not here in these jump-in games. Kidd hits both, and this game is over. All these series are going down to the wire. Who's next? It's the Sixers. Still playing for their playoff lives, and they're playing like it. A big lead in the second quarter. It's Chris Webber and Allen Iverson, the stars doing the damage. Meanwhile, Arenas struggling, 2 for 8, 6 turnovers. And now they trade buckets, but it doesn't matter because the Sixers had a huge lead the entire way, 100-81. At least I didn't have to jump in and make the video even longer, as we are headed to a Game 7. How many Game 7s will we have in this round? Suns, trying to tie the series and keep their repeat hopes alive. They've led most of this game, and the scoring has slowed down for the Suns as the Clippers cut it to 1. Elton Brand with the slam with 4:50 to go, and they take the lead. Elton Brand again, he's got 29. Delonte West with the assist. And the Suns have been outscored by 10 points in the quarter. Stoudemire makes it a 1-point game again. And I'm jumping in. Kaman splits a pair. It's Marbury inside to the post. Stoudemire guarded by Brand. The hook shot is up and in. We are tied at 105. Will the series end today or will it go one more game? Brand in. What a pass from Marko Jaric. Marbury working with Stoudemire. Oh, the step back J. No good. Rebound Johnson. He'll attempt a shot right away and miss it. Why was he rushed right there? He had all the time in the world. Clippers taking their time here, and it is missed by Maggette. Marbury in the middle to tie the series. He'll get it inside to Stoudemire. The reigning finals MVP puts it up and in to tie the game. We're going to overtime unless the Clippers can end it with 0.8 seconds to go. Well, if the Suns' season ends today, it won't be Stoudemire's fault, as the Clippers are sensing what I believe could be their very first Western Conference Finals appearance. They have not seen a lot of success as a franchise up to this point here in 2005. It's Chris Kaman inbounding. Oh, come on, Marko Jaric! They've got to get a better shot than that. Well, 5 more minutes of extra time basketball, and we're simulating the first 3 or so at least. The Suns up by 5. Marion with a dunk. Marbury with his 15th assist. And 2 quick scores. Sean Marion and 2 quick scores. Corey Maggette and Stephon Marbury. Once again, a 3-point game after Quentin Richardson's shot. And now the Suns are in the driver's seat. Now to Marion in the corner. Taking his sweet time. Now Johnson spots up. Drains it. And that gives the Suns a 6-point lead. As Marko Jaric will try to break down his defender. Now gets it inside to Elton Brand. Much needed 2 points. Marbury double teamed, leaving Marion open. 7-point lead for the Suns. Sean Marion may have just sunk the dagger in LA. Brand does not score, and that is the ball game. The Phoenix Suns force 7, and we have yet another all-or-nothing game on our hands. This is shaping up to be an all-time great postseason. Sean Marion with a game winner and a great series overall. He scored 20, 29, 21, 24, and now 27. And he played more minutes than just about anybody else on the floor. Will we see a third Game 7 in the second round? And another tightly contested finish. The Pistons have come from behind to take the lead. 16-6 run to start the fourth. The Nets offense is anemic right now. Jason Kidd nowhere to be found. He's only got 6 points. But the Nets retake the lead, but the Pistons take it back, and they open it up. And the Nets just can't do anything in the fourth quarter. The Pistons win by 11. And the Game 7 bonanza continues. 3 in the first round, 3 in the second round. Honestly, I could see any of these teams that are still alive winning the NBA championship. I have no idea what's going to happen. But we start in Philadelphia as the Sixers lose their lead in the second. They get it back. All right, 4.5 minutes to go. It's been a great fourth quarter for the Wizards. Thanks to Gilbert Arenas, Jerry Stackhouse. Jamal Mashburn hasn't found that three-point success today. 0 of 5. Fast forward to 1:10 remaining, and they have made it a 3-point game. And we have to jump into this. I mean, they're giving me no choice here. Who will be the hero and send their team to the ECF? It's Iverson pulling up, and he is off on the three-pointer. That would have tied the game. Arenas sees blood in the water. He'll drive on Iverson all the way to the basket and missed from straight on. Unbelievable. Sebastian Telfair inside. Now Iverson tries the floater. He missed that too. And another chance. Blocked off the glass. Haywood gets it in. Dallenberg's got it. Giving it to Iverson. On Larry Hughes, the step back. Midi goes. They'll have to commit their 2 fouls to give. And they'll send Gilbert Arenas to the free throw line. 2-possession game in Game 7. Hits both. And I don't think the Sixers have any timeouts left. They're going to take this the length of the court. Chris Webber. Sebastian Telfair. No good. And I think that's the end of the Sixers season. Chris Webber and Jamal Mashburn at the trade deadline. Not enough. As the young Washington Wizards, led by Gilbert Arenas, are going to win in Philadelphia and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Gilbert Arenas in the closeout game, 24-9. Allen Iverson and Chris Webber combined for 44. But honestly, the game was won at the 3-point line. The Wizards hit 10. The Sixers only hit 3. 1 Game 7 down, 2 to go. And next it is Clippers-Suns. And a big run for the Suns in the second. The Clippers making a run, but is it too little too late here in the fourth? Elton Brand only with 9 points. Delonte West leading their team in scoring. Meanwhile, Amari Stoudemire with 21, 5 steals and 2 blocks. And I don't think this is going to have much drama at the end. The Suns are moving on to the Western Conference Final for the second straight season. Amari Stoudemire, the star. And the Clippers could not recover from having 23 turnovers, 7 of them committed by Delonte West. And to decide the final conference finals participant, Pistons-Nets. And a 15-point lead in the third quarter for the home team. Detroit in trouble now after the Nets come out strong in the third. And now this is a 1-point game. And free throws make this a 4-point lead for New Jersey. What a turnaround here in the second half. They were down 13 at the half, and they have climbed all the way back. But Ben Wallace, the notorious terrible free throw shooter, hits 2 big ones to make it a 1-possession game again. With 1:34 to go, we are going to jump in and watch the final game of the second round. Jason Kidd has a nice driving lane. Is that going to be a flagrant foul? I don't think it is. He was fouled hard, but Jason Kidd will get 2 free throws and hit them both. The Detroit Pistons have a minute 20 to come back from down 5. Ben Wallace with a cut and the slam. And now it's T-Mac breaking down Rip Hamilton. He'll spin, put it up and blocked, but gets it back. And now that's Vin Baker with a 3. He missed it. The Nets could have ran down a whole lot of clock, but Vin Baker decided not to. Now Billups is blocked. He'll get it back. And now Sheed back to Chauncey. Wallace with 5 on the shot clock finds Prince. Jumper is good, but a foot inside the line makes it a 2-pointer. Tracy McGrady, 3, no good. And the Pistons can steal this for the series. Wallace puts the ball on the ground, and he'll go off the screen, pull up from mid-range. No good, and they have to foul. They'll send Richard Jefferson to the line. He's got 17 on the game. Misses the first. Jefferson had a clutch play earlier in the series, but he's only able to split his free throws. And the Pistons have their season hanging in the balance. This is officially now or never time. And Ben Wallace will inbound to Chauncey Billups. 5 to go, guarded by Kidd. He gives it up to Prince last second. No good! And the Pistons' season is over. Tayshaun Prince could not knock down the shot at the buzzer. The New Jersey Nets, with the newly acquired Tracy McGrady, will compete for an NBA Finals berth. What a sad way to go if you're Detroit. This team is scrappy, they play the right way, but they just didn't have the star power to hit those big shots down the stretch. Chauncey Billups probably should have taken the shot himself. He decided to give it up to Tayshaun Prince. It wasn't the worst look in the world. Tracy McGrady goes for 23, 7 and 6, had 7 turnovers. It wasn't the greatest game for him, but Jason Kidd played a very clean game. So did Richard Jefferson. And that is it for another extremely dramatic round of playoff basketball. 4 teams remain, and it is the 1 and 2 seed in the West and the 3 and 4 seed in the East. All right, I will simulate the first 3 games of each series, and here are the results. Phoenix up 2-1, New Jersey up 2-1. And we'll pick back up here in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's the Wizards in the lead. Down the stretch, the Wizards make a run, and they get the win to tie the series at 2 apiece. Meanwhile, in Dallas, the Suns will take a commanding 3-1 lead over Dallas with an 8-point victory. Marbury Stars and Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki played well enough, but they just could not stop the Suns' offense. Gilbert Arenas playing through an injury here in Game 5. Let's see what it is. It is a strained right hip, and he'll be feeling it for the rest of the season. It's not going to keep him out of the lineup, though. And here in the second quarter, he's got 17 points. This looks like a blowout victory for the Wizards. 124-82. And a commanding Game 5 victory, 46-10 from Agent Zero on a bum hip. This is a legendary playoff run. Now the Suns will try to advance to the finals yet again. After sweeping through the finals last season, oh boy, the Mavericks come flying back into this game in the fourth quarter. 98-95. Dirk and Steve doing their jobs today. This is going to be another really interesting finish, but the Suns up by 4 with 48 seconds remaining. I do want to see if the Mavericks can pull off a miracle here. Stephon Marbury trapped, finds an open Marion, missed the 3. Eric Dampier with the rebound. Do or die for the Mavs. Steve Nash at the elbow, scanning. He'll find Dirk. One-legged 3. It's good! Dirk Nowitzki. 24-7 on the clock. Joe Johnson will go to the line. Hit the first and hits the second. But the Mavericks are still one score away. Will they give it to Dirk again? That's what I would do. But they give it to him inside. I think he used up his dribble. He puts it up and he's fouled. Amari Stoudemire gets called. And with 31-12, Dirk will shoot 2. And he'll make 2. Another intentional foul situation. They give it to Joe Johnson again. Johnson splits it. Missed the second free throw. Nash the other way. Oh, he's open from 3. Didn't take it. Now he's got it in the middle. Nowitzki will go for the tie. Did he get it up? Did he get it up? It's in. But they don't give him the basket. They'll review it. Here's the replay. He decided to go up into the chest of Stoudemire. And his hand is on the ball. No basket. And the Suns are heading to the NBA Finals in the most improbable of fashions. Series over. Heartbreak for Dallas. I am in awe at this simulation right now. Usually it gives me some close games, but I don't know if it's given me this many. I'm really loving this Eras mode, man. It's just been so fun. And I'm really excited to keep this series going for a long time. Dirk Nowitzki played so well all game long, but the series is decided by about 1/10 of a second. And it is Sean Marion again performing in the playoffs, the reigning finals MVP. I think I incorrectly said it was Stoudemire before. It's actually Marion who won it last year. And he's yet again having an incredible postseason, very efficient from all 3 levels, including the free throw line. He is just the epitome of 3-and-D. And if they gave out conference finals MVPs in this era, I think Marion would be the one to get it. But who will they face? The Nets are down 3-2 in the series, and they are down by 9 in the fourth quarter. Arenas, 28, another incredible performance, playing through the pain. And the Nets trying to mount something. They've made it a 6-point game with 4:16 to go. 4 players in double figures. Jason Kidd, Tracy McGrady haven't been the most efficient. Not a whole lot of scoring down the stretch here. Nets down by 9. And it's too little too late. The Wizards are heading to the finals on the back of a 33-point performance from Arenas. And here is the finals matchup. The Suns, who have established themselves as the league's dominant team last season, against a Wizards team that has been on the rise for a while. Just a year removed from Michael Jordan, Gilbert Arenas is taking a 4 overall hit. And by the looks of the roster, I wouldn't expect this team to have enough talent to recover from an Arenas that can't play at full strength. The good thing for them is that Arenas has basically played like he is at full strength. I mean, let's take a look at these stat lines for him. 33, 46, 22, 40. I mean, he's just been on fire. Jerry Stackhouse hasn't been a high-volume scorer for the Wizards so far, only 14.6 a game. He has been efficient, but against a great Suns defense, he might have to take on a bigger role offensively. Larry Hughes has not had the greatest postseason, but he has been reliable enough. Vladimir Radmanovic, another solid role player. They've got solid role players, but they lack a legitimate co-star. Meanwhile, the Suns are pretty much the exact same team they were a year ago. Amari Stoudemire averaging 22 and 10 in the playoffs with over 1 block and 1 steal. Meanwhile, Stephon Marbury averaging nearly a 20-point double-double with assists. Shawn Marion arguably has been the best player on the team. I mean, just look at these efficiency numbers. And Joe Johnson is a pretty dang good number 4 option. 16.9 a night, and you already know he can get hot at any moment. Alright, we get things started with a Suns victory in Game 1. It was by 10 points, and Shawn Marion has done it again with 3 steals and 3 blocks, and he got it done on the offensive end as well. Gilbert Arenas, I mean, he's still performing at an elite level. He has not lost a step with the injury. But do the Wizards have the firepower to hang with the Suns? In Game 2, so far has not looked like it. Down by 19 points. Gilbert Arenas is human today. Leading his team in scoring, but only with 10, and he has not been efficient. And this is a 39-point blowout for the Suns. Could they be headed to another sweep? The Suns could be etching their name in history as an all-time great dynasty if they continue this dominance in the playoffs. The Wizards need a victory here, but not off to a great start. They lose the first quarter big, but they have clawed back. But they have dug an even deeper hole in the third quarter. And the Suns go up 3-0 yet again. Shawn Marion was just built for the postseason. 22, 15, 5 steals. Stephon Marbury, nearly a triple-double. Stoudemire didn't even have to do much. And the Suns are dialed in. Will they get it done in 4? The Wizards playing with urgency here. They are up by 5. Helped out by a Vladimir Radmanovic good game. 3 of 3 from three-point land. At least Gilbert Arenas doesn't have to do everything this time, as the Suns' offense has been shut down more than they usually are. But here come the Suns, 28-13 in the third quarter, and Marbury has come alive, 15 points, or 14 at least, in the quarter, and the Suns are in the lead. The final quarter of the season, potentially. Just under 8 minutes to go, Gilbert Arenas doing all he can, but Marbury has matched him every step of the way. Shawn Marion, not a great game. Feels like every time for the Suns, someone new steps up. We could see our first jump in of the series here. It is 1 point with a minute remaining. You have to wonder what this series would look like with a healthy Arenas. I mean, he's been great, but would he be even more dominant without the injury? Marbury to Stoudemire in the post. Now Marion around the perimeter. Marbury will knife through. Missed the layup. Haywood to Hughes. Washington looking for the lead. Hughes, good off the glass. The Wizards faithful still cheering on their team. It's a packed house. But Marbury trying to do it again. He does! Suns lead. And if they get a stop here, they could be NBA champions today. It would be pretty lame to see 2 final sweeps in a row. Arenas catches the defense sleeping. The easiest layup of his life. That was pretty pathetic defense from the Suns right there. A mental lapse. But they've got the ball back here with 23.2 shot clock off. It's Marbury. Ever aggressive. Will he look to shoot himself? In a crowd, puts it up and in! Another lead change. And Arenas will try to go Superman mode one more time. Arenas. Making moves, puts it up, blocked! Mark Blunt! It's back to Hughes, he hit it! Oh my goodness! At the buzzer, Larry Hughes wins it! I was not expecting that shot to go in. Man, this simulation has been some of the most fun I've had playing 2K in a long time. The Wizards live another day. And like I said, I've seen some 3-0 comebacks before. It would take a pretty colossal Phoenix collapse for it to happen, though, as they do have the talent advantage, especially with an injured Gilbert Arenas. Larry Hughes with a wild game winner. I mean, I have to take another look at this. I mean, Arenas wanted to be the hero here. And there was nothing there. He gets blocked emphatically. But Larry Hughes with a heads-up play to go chase it down. And just an incredible, incredible shot. Man, if only this thing didn't happen when it was a 3-0 series, it would have been one of the greatest shots of all time. I mean, it still is, but it's kind of tainted by the situation here. But the Wizards still believe. I mean, they're celebrating like they have a chance in the series. Doesn't matter how you win. A win is a win. Now they're going to try to do it again in Phoenix. They lose the first quarter. They lose the second quarter. And they find themselves down double digits. I think the Suns are going to close it out here. 15-point game, half a quarter to go. No comeback in the cards today. Well, that's all she wrote for an incredible Season 1 of this franchise. The Phoenix Suns have built a Death Star, and they are back-to-back NBA champions. This team is just so deep, so good. They play both ways, and they are deserved of this ring. The Wizards had an incredible run to make it here, beating the Sixers and beating the Nets as well. But the Suns were just the more complete basketball team. And here in the NBA, that's the thing that matters the most. Amari Stoudemire hoists the Larry for the second straight year. And he put up 28 and 13 in the closeout Game 5 victory. Who's Finals MVP? They didn't show it in that little celebration. Maybe they give it to Stoudemire since he was holding the trophy. They didn't show the Finals MVP. It could be Marbury. It's probably not going to be Marion. So it's between Stoudemire and Marbury for sure this year. I'd probably give it to Marbury. And it is Marbury, averaging 22 and 11. What a career Stephon Marbury is putting together, man. Moving to Phoenix was the best decision he possibly could have made. And he has been an all-NBA caliber point guard. On the level of guys like Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. You could make the argument that he's the best in the league after what he did in these finals. Season 1 is now officially in the books, and judging by how that postseason went, I don't exactly think that we're going to get very far into the offseason. This video is probably at least an hour long already, but I don't think I'd have it any other way. I mean, that was highly entertaining. Hopefully it is for you as well. But we have made it to the offseason, and we'll start by seeing who retires. Michael Jordan apparently did not retire yet. He retires at the age of 61. I guess the roster creator increased his age to force him to retire. Vlade Divac retires. Kendall Gill, Kenny Anderson, and Big Shot Bob retires at the age of 34. How many championships did he win? 5. By age 34, that is still extremely impressive. Tony Kukoc retires, a 3-time NBA champion. He finishes his career as a San Antonio Spur. I thought that was going to be such a great pickup for them, but it wasn't enough to avoid the first round upset for a second straight season. Jerry Sloan retires after 25 years in the league. So does Mark Aguirre. I mean, these years in the league are not accurate at all. Mark Aguirre just got done playing, for goodness sake. And Michael Jordan is, of course, a first ballot Hall of Famer, to the surprise of nobody. All right, the historic rule changes heading into the 05-06 season. We have a new mock draft on NBA.com. That'll be interesting. The other rule change is that players will not be eligible to enter the draft until they are 1 year removed from high school. So no more players straight out of high school. And I'm going to close this video out by going through the draft lottery. I think we'll save the draft for the next video, where we'll wrap up the offseason, hopefully pretty quickly. And then we'll be on to year 2 in no time. But our lottery odds are 3.5% for the number 1 pick. We have the 8th highest odds in the league. The Bucks are first in line. First 4 picks have been all chalk. Timberwolves do not jump up. And we are 1 pick away from our announcement. The Boston Celtics will take the 9th pick. No surprises yet. Charlotte will draft number 8. Ah, man, I had a feeling that we weren't going to get lucky. The Knicks will be moving into the top 4. Or the top 3, actually. Lakers get pick 6. The Blazers get pick 5. And looks like the Rockets will jump into the top 3 as the Bulls fall to number 4. The Rockets are still alive for the number 1 pick. The Bucks had the worst record in the league, and they will have pick number 3. The Rockets will get the number 1 pick. The Knicks were the other team that jumped into the top 4 or top 3. But the Knicks will not get lucky like they did last year. Houston will get their shot at Chris Paul. That will be a very interesting team going forward. Chris Paul and Yao Ming together, presumably. We'll see if they make a surprise pick. But that is the official draft order. Rockets, Knicks, Bucks, Bulls, Blazers in the top 5. And if we want to draft higher than 8, we'll have to trade up. All right, I don't believe that we would have any staff members to re-sign. I don't think they... All right, and it doesn't look like we have any staff members to replace. All of them were on 4-year deals to start the series. And I'm just going to let the staff signing period play itself out. I'm not in the mood to do manual coach hirings anymore. Jazz acquire Lionel Hollins from the Grizzlies to work as their head coach after Jerry Sloan retired. All right, the draft combine. Who made the most threes? That's what I always check. Jawad Williams made the most standing and moving. A 6'9" stretch big from North Carolina. Salim Stoudemire in the draft. Nate Robinson. Gerald Green had a pretty strong combine, 39-inch vertical. Of course, Nate Robinson has the highest at 43 inches. Fastest sprint time, Rashad McCants. 6'4" guard out of North Carolina as well. Jarrett Jack is in the draft, so some solid guards are available to pick. Will Bynum. Monte Ellis, maybe not the strongest combine, didn't shoot the best from 3, shot well from 15 feet away. Not very strong. Honestly, I was expecting a higher vertical here, but he is very athletic. We do know that. The strongest player in the draft class is Randolph Morris, followed by Andrew Bynum. David Lee up there, Jason Maxiel, Andrew Bogut, Ronnie Turioff. All right, so let's schedule our pre-draft workouts. All right, so it's time now to schedule our pre-draft workouts, but before we do that, I want to make sure that we want to stay at pick number 8, or could we look to trade up? Some players that I would not mind trading away include maybe Udonis Haslem, maybe Steve Blake. Pretty much everyone's on the table except for Okur and Iguodala. And we, of course, have every first-round draft pick in the next 4 years. We have 4 second-round picks in this year. Could we potentially use some of them to trade up? Or are they not going to make enough of a difference? Let's first take a look at the draft order. Who can we target for a trade-up option? The best team in this range is probably, the Lakers. They've got Kobe, so there's a chance they're not in the rebuilding phase. The Lakers are selling, so they probably want draft picks rather than wanting to give them away. The Knicks are selling. The Bulls are also selling, so there's a lot of selling teams, including Milwaukee. The Blazers are selling. The Rockets are selling. There's only a select few teams that are buying, so it might be a little tough for us to trade up here. We're not going to get a bargain, that's for sure. Let's see how hard it is to trade up to pick number 4. The Bulls are lacking in second-round picks. All right, so we're asking for pick 4 in return for pick 8 plus 2 second-rounders this year. Of course, it has been declined. He says that's not happening. Jacob Park not enthused. Well, how about if we offer someone like Udonis Haslem? They are over the cap, so we would need to add in someone on the other side to match. How about Chris Humphries? He says that's not happening still. Yeah, that's about what I expected. How about Maciek Lampe for nobody? Add the trade exception, and the Bulls are not having any of it. Well, how about pick number 5? Let's see if it's even worth it. The mock draft goes like this. Darren Williams projected to go first ahead of Chris Paul in the Sporting News mock draft. I expect Chris Paul to go number 1. He's an 85 overall. Rockets would be dumb. Darren Williams is a very solid player, but Chris Paul's, of course, the pick. So we could be looking at having to pick from Raymond Felton, Marvin Williams, Martell Webster, Nate Robinson. So the star potential kind of takes a drop off after about pick number 7. Maybe we should be looking to trade up one spot, because getting someone like Bynum, Bogut to start alongside Okur in the front court could be pretty interesting. We'll have a defensive advantage that way, a rebounding advantage for sure. Someone like Danny Granger could go as high as 3, but as low as 9. Bynum could go as high as 4 and as low as 11. So we could still get a chance to get someone like Bynum at pick number 8. It would just be a major dice roll. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the chance to pick Lou Williams, a 6'2" guard who does not really defend. I'm not sure that's the player we're looking for right now, although anyone who can score would probably fit in pretty well on the roster. I would not mind David Lee. He would be a great front court partner to Okur. He plays physically, he can rebound, and he would allow Okur to play a little bit more outside. He would be kind of a carbon copy of Udonis Haslem, though, that's the thing. I would definitely like to upgrade the guard position more than anything else, so probably looking at Lou Williams, Ray Felton. I don't expect to get Chris Paul or Darren Williams. Let's look a little bit further down. Nate Robinson, Jarrett Jack are options. Maybe we could even overdraft for a guy like, Gerald Green, Monte Ellis. Jarrett Jack is a jack of all trades, but a master of none. His best grade is perimeter defense at 6'3". He does have a prototypical point guard frame, 200 pounds. I'd probably pick him over Nate Robinson. I don't want to be handicapped with the 5'9" height, as much as I love Nate Robinson. Martell Webster comes in with a pretty good 3-point shooting grade. All right, so I have set my pre-draft workouts. I definitely want to work out Martell Webster as he did not participate in the combine. I want to verify that A- 3-point shooting grade because that would be huge for us. He's also athletic. Certainly someone that I would not mind at number 8, and it looks like he is going to be available to us if we want him. I'm also working out Nate Robinson, Jarrett Jack, Monte Ellis. So a few guards. Not bothering with Paul or Williams. Danny Granger is fully scouted. David Lee, Andrew Bynum, and Andrew Bogut are all big men that I may consider, although guard is my focus. Marcin Gortat, Ersan Ilyasova, and Gerald Green round out the list. Martell Webster hits 17 of 25, standing and moving. Not too shabby. Best overall shooter in this group here. Nate Robinson, 42-inch vertical. I mean, he is a very intriguing prospect. Martell Webster, 39-inch vertical. He comes in at 3rd place in this crop of prospects. He's also the 4th fastest. You know, I'm definitely doing my due diligence, calling teams up, looking for trade-up partners, but I'm not sure if trading up is the right move. You know, I think Martell Webster is a guy that I might consider, and there will be some solid guards that are projected near the back of the lottery that I think that we are going to be able to go and get at pick number 8. So, not sure if trading up is really worth it here. Alright guys, I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. I got very, very close to making a trade that I probably would have regretted. But instead of making a move here before the next episode, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. Should I look to trade up just a couple spots? Should I look to move one of our core pieces to move up even further? Or should we stay put at number 8 and take someone like Martell Webster, or just hope that someone even better can fall to us? I think I'm leaning towards that 3rd option. I don't think this is a particularly strong draft outside of, you know, the top 3-4 players. I think the goal of this draft should really just be to find someone who can contribute to our team. Doesn't need to be a star. I would be okay with a solid role player because we don't have enough of those right now. So please do let me know in the comments what you think I should do. What did you think of this video as a whole? I know we didn't get through the entire offseason like I was hoping, but we did have a wildly entertaining playoff bracket to watch, and we are just one draft away from hopefully getting another franchise-changing player, and then it's on to free agency, where we will have a chance to sign guys like Ben Wallace, Jamal Mashburn, Allen Houston at 34 years old. Yeah, this is not going to be a particularly strong free agent class. Dwight Howard is not going to actually be a free agent, sadly. Jason Terry will be a guy that I might go after. You know, I was expecting a little bit more out of this free agent class, but again, it seems like role players rather than stars are the main focus. But that's going to be it for me. The Bobcats are officially back, and they are here to stay. I can promise you that. I had a lot of fun with this episode, and I'm hoping to bring you guys the next one sooner rather than later. So thank you all for making it through another episode. Have a great rest of your day. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like if you can, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.